Greetings, fellow Earthlings and viewers across the World Wide Web. This is Tune 215, and right now we are in Rock Hill, the city of Rock Hill. We're in South Carolina. Yeah, we're out here in South Carolina. We're gonna do a little driving tour, show you guys what the Rock Hill area looks like. We're in one of the neighborhoods located towards what looks to be, we're next to East Town Neighborhood Association. So I'm uncertain of this neighborhood's name. It's been difficult to look at the map. It doesn't have them highlighted, but we'll take a look. We're just gonna randomly drive around, see what it looks like, take a look at some of this architectural structure around us. It looks pretty nice. Look right here on my right-hand side. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Look at that house. That house right there got a lot of detail. All the woodwork, the shingles, the vinyl siding. It looks like it might even have wood siding. There's like a solar ray coming out of the arch that holds up the awning. I don't know if you guys can really take that in, but if I would describe it for you, the awning has some, like, I would say pie-shaped pillars that are sticking out from the building connected to the awning. And on those pillars, there's literally sun rays. And even over the window of the, and this house looks like it's for rent. It says for rent, Reinhardt Property Management. If you look at those windows that is on the side facing us on the first floor, over those windows, there's literally suns. You can see a sun and you can see rays that are, you know, highlighted in yellow, and then the background's in baby blue. So whoever did the paintwork of the house had the sky in mind. We got wood panels on my right-hand side, like wooden shingles. John Geddes for mayor. There's a sign on my left-hand side. This is a residential neighborhood. The sidewalks are lined with grass. These homes appear to be, some of them are two-story. Some look a little bit larger than two-story. Like, for example, two-story on my right. Then you got the 1.5 stories on my left. I say 1.5 because of the attic. We got Broadcast House on my right-hand side. There's a van on my right with 107 FM. OTS Media Group. I guess that's an advertisement for a local radio station. We have the Green Funeral Home on my left-hand side. We're at the intersection of White Street and North Confederate Ave. We're on Confederate Ave, ladies and gentlemen. I'm traveling about 12 miles an hour. Looks like it might be trash day in the neighborhood. Check out this building on my left with 6 garages. We're about to cross over some train tracks right here, railroad crossing. I'm gonna drive over it ever so slowly. Crime Watch Zone. I just read a sign that said Crime Watch Zone. We're at Pendleton. The 400 block of Pendleton and North Confederate Ave. I think I'm going to make, let's make a right-hand turn. Let's make a right-hand turn and check out some of this area over here. We got Confederate Park Apartments on my left-hand side. Confederate Park Apartments. All right, we got what looks to be like a warehouse business on my right-hand side. And they also have 27,000 rail served industrial feet available, I guess, for lease. Automotive hours on my right hand side. That looks like a business. Snipes Company, Auto LLC. It looks like we got somewhat of an apartment area on my left hand side. I'm gonna drive forward for another block or so, and then we're gonna make a right and turn away from the sun. The sun is directly in front of us, causing a ray. We got Wilkerson Fuel on my right-hand side, which looks to be like some sort of fuel business. I'm gonna turn right so you guys can see their old refinery-style looking equipment. You see? It looks like they even have like a gas pump in the middle of it, but it looks old style. We're in the South, so we saw a lot of old style contraptions like that. We have a Class A RV on my left-hand side. Looks modern, looks relatively nice. Beautiful vehicle. All right, we're at Anafrel and Pendleton. We have the West Wesleyan Church on my left-hand side. I'm going to point to the Wesleyan Church. That's that building right there. The one that looks like an A-top. But I'm going to make a right because I don't want to go left. I want to go right. I'm going to cross over the railroad tracks again. I noticed once we got to the railroad tracks, we got to a little industrial section, in a sense, like a commercial, not even commercial, more like a workforce section. I don't know what you would call that. I guess an industrial would probably be a better term. We're gonna cross back over the railroad tracks, and I want to take a look at like the neighborhood itself, so we can admire the houses and whatnot. We got H and F finds on my right hand side, and it shows a lampshade, a sofa, and a shoe outline. Our finds, your treasure. So I believe that's probably like a thrift shop. All right, we can make a left, we can make a right. Let's make a left and then make a right, because we're at this little dead end. Private property, no soliciting, loitering, or trespassing. We're only traveling like 14 miles an hour. There's a sofa out there that looked quite comfy. All right, so we got Amana Goodman. Thanks goodness for Goodman. B&G Heating and Cooling. All right, we'll make a right here. We got a big water tower on my left-hand side. See it up in the sky? See right there on my left-hand side? I'm gonna make this right-hand turn right here. So we got a motorcycle on my right hand side. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Look at that motorcycle. A Triumph. Truxton 900. We got road work ahead. We are currently on Jones Ave, North Jones Ave. We're approaching Main Street. We're at Main and Jones Ave. We got Park Baptist Christian Activities on my left-hand side. All right, right now it looks like we're about to get into a dense residential zone. Look at the house on my right-hand side. We're gonna try to peek over to it just a little bit. It's hidden behind a bunch of trees, but it looks nice. It looks actually quite tall. 1, 2, 3 stories. That looks like that could be a 3-story. The 3rd story is shaped like an attic, but it still has the windows protruding out of the building. But that is pretty wide. It has awnings and porches like on every side. That looks pretty nice. We're gonna make this left-hand turn on Main Street. This is East Main Street. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn on Jones Ave, South Jones Ave. So we got the trash bins flipped up over here. The trash bins say City of Rock Hill. This house over here looks pretty nice. Small, simple, but effective. They got a lot of nice plants out front of the house. They have a Honda Odyssey. That's what we started doing these tours with many years ago. We had the same model Honda Odyssey. Now, make note that, to my knowledge, at least, for example, Lancaster, and I'm assuming this area is the same, they don't have a trash man that gets out of the vehicle and picks up the trash physically. They may or may not use a machine over here, which is why these trash cans are designed the way they are. They have like a little hook area on the side, or like an arm right there on my right. You see it? Where their trash truck can like lock onto it. There's 3 little dogs on my right. There's actually 2 little ones and a bigger one, but the little ones look so teeny. They look so tiny. Let me make a right over here. But yeah, so the trash trucks, we're on Flint, the 600 block of Flint. We just turned off at Jones. But yeah, you see how everybody's trash is right on the curb? So the truck will come over and pick it up and tip it over and all of that. You can hear the crickets. Hear the crickets? Sounds relatively quiet around here. Hear the birds. trying to do my best to just cruise through, doing like 7 miles an hour. Show you guys the house. So we got a black house over here. It's painted black. I'm gonna point to it because it's painted black and I think it looks not bad. It looks nice. It's black with a pink door with some white accent. And then they got frost, which is the base of the house. That's bricks. That doesn't look that bad. I don't know what it does for heat purposes. Because you know how they say black attracts heat? That's really one of the first black vinyl sided homes I think I've seen. I don't know. I think this might be ever. I wanted to say in a while, but I'm trying to recall in my memory. I don't think I ever seen another house with black shingles. I mean, black. Well, then again, the shingles up top were probably black too. So I don't think I've ever seen one of those. That might have been the first. Stonewall and Flint. We just passed Stonewall. We're on Flint still. So these look like one-story houses with an attic. Now, they may or may not even have like a lower back portion of their property, like a lower garage in the back. I wouldn't be able to tell from where I'm at, but it looks like the back of their house, the greenery goes downwards. Like they have a large yard space. Pull over here. It's gonna variate, take advantage since there's not much traffic. This variation allows me to crisscross applesauce and show y'all both sides of the property better than I can in most neighborhoods. All right, we got what looks to be here on South Spruce on my right hand side. We have, it looks like it could be a child care center or maybe a grade school, but there's a bunch of kids playing with like little tricycles. They're outdoors. It looks like it might be recess time, something of that nature, maybe break time. On my left, there's a bunch of kids in that playground, and we have houses right across the street on my right hand side that are located next to the playground. They have play sets and everything's for the children. So what I'm noticing in this neighborhood is no uniform zoning code. It looks like you're allowed to do whatever you wish with your house. Paint it whatever color you want. There's different designs, there's different structures. They're not the same identical structure. Let's make this left on 118th, which would be East Black Street. Wow, East Black Street. It comes up as 118th on the map, but the sign itself said East Black Street. On my left hand side, Central Child Development Center. You see, that was a child care center, Child Development Center. We're passing Confederate. There you go. Once again, we're passing Confederate. We got a little giant tax on my right. It's a tax service. Passing Orange Street. Keep on driving this way because I see a church on my right. You guys can see that church on my right? It's pretty interesting. As far as the top goes, you see on my right hand side, you see that triangular shaped, it's like an awning on top of the corner post of the church. That church over there looks cool. We're on Black Street and Elizabeth Lane. We got the Rock Hill Fire Department on my left-hand side. I'm gonna turn left so that you guys can see the Rock Hill Fire Department. On my left-hand side, we have a woman in royal blue and red walking. On my right-hand side, the headquarters for the Rock Hill Fire Department. We have silver and green fire hydrants over here. Silver and green. We're passing Flint and Elizabeth. Now we're at Saluda Street. We got what looks to be a little Mercedes used car dealership on my left-hand side. They literally specialize in Mercedes because they have a gigantic Mercedes logo and it says Mercedes-Benz used cars. Gunter's Auto Sales, and they have a bunch of Mercedes on the lot. They look like 90s Mercedes. A lot of 90s and early 2000s. We got McKinney, Tucker, and Lemo LLC on my right hand side. We got that nice brick home on my left hand side. That was a nice little charming home. Now, I just wanted to come over here and check out that church. That church caught my eye. Get you guys a little closer view. Out on the map where we're located at is where literally where the gigantic and bold Rock Hill letters are at. That's where we're at right now. So I don't know if this is Central Rock Hill. Total, if I zoom out of the map, this looks just to be about center of Rock Hill. So I don't know if they have a downtown district, but look at the ground. The ground just turned to bricks, like bricks in an angle. Look at that church on my left. Looks beautiful. We have a gentleman behind us on a nice motorcycle that has a side carriage on it. I would love to show him. This is the First Presbyterian Church on my left-hand side. We got a TD Bank on my right-hand side. Quite interesting, quite interesting. Because Lancaster didn't have a TD Bank. That's why I say it's interesting. So I'm going to make this left-hand turn. I'm going to attempt to make it. We got this Mercedes going by. She was on the phone, might I add. We got this Ram, Hemi. I'm going to make this left right here. I want to allow this motorcyclist to pass by. I wanted to show you guys that cart. That's decent. You know, you can like ride with a family member. You can ride with, maybe you can put Jersey on the side. Look, he got a spare tire and all. Wow, that's so cool, dude. That's pretty neat. October 19th, vote for John Geddes. Man. Oh wow, we are probably in the historic. This is Old Town. Look at Old Town. We're in Old Town, Rock Hill. This is like what looks to be, they got row buildings on my left. This looks like, I guess it's called Old Town. It might be like their old city, the equivalent of Old City, Philadelphia, the historic area. Hey, there's a dog on my right sitting with her owner. I love your dogs. Thank you. She said, thank you. She had two of them, not one, but two of them. We're on East Main Street. We got what looks to be a lot of boutiques, State Farm on my left, shopping businesses on my right, a children's museum on my right. Old Town Rock Hill. So we're in Old Town Rock Hill. This looks like it could be a touristy area. Tattooed Brews on my left. The buildings, the structures over here almost make me feel like I'm in a nice little city. Like the city atmosphere, the city stylization, you know. If you know, then you know. Because being out here in the Carolinas, I don't get a chance to see a lot of row homes. I don't get a chance to see a lot of dense structure unless I go to the main cities. Like Charlotte was somewhat dense, at least in the heart of the city. But on the outskirts and the surrounding neighborhoods were kind of like suburban. In North Carolina, there was kind of like a suburban environment. I'm gonna make this left on Dave Lyle Boulevard. Let's make this left. Alright, Old Rock Hill Amphitheater. City Hall, oh, it's all on my left. Okay, so this is there. Remember I was telling you earlier that we're on the map, we were next to the Rock Hill, the bold text. That means because we were in the center area of the city. And where we started out at was east. So you got like North Rock Hill, South Rock Hill, and then West Rock Hill. I'm gonna do a little bit more East Rock Hill. I'll probably hit you guys with another video of West Rock Hill, just to separate them. You know, so this video is going to be dedicated to East Rock Hill. We got Rock Hill Law Center on my right hand side. We got the York County Library on my right hand side. We got the Anderson Motor. What's this? Rock Hill. What's that? Like a little museum? I don't know. It was a nice little building over there with some antique cars on the pictures right out front. Antique cars with the wooden wheels. Remember those? Passing Hampton Street. We got another law firm on my right, and we got Estates Insurance Company on my left. passing Oakland Ave. We got First Citizens Bank on my left. We got Paint and Sip on my right. I wonder what Paint and Sip on my right is. I didn't get a chance to get a good look at the business. Passing Saluda again. And that's that church that was on my left. Wow, you seen that circular structure right here? This looks like a park. Oh, I got a nice, what you call them? Like a little fountain with water that you can walk around in the park. Yeah, Paint and Sip. If it would have said Paint and Spray or something, then I would have thought it would have been like a paint store, a hardware store. But Paint and Sip, I feel as though that might be like an artist cafe, maybe, you know? Paint and Sip, because paint is for artists. Sip is like drinking coffee, cafe, tea, stuff like that. Just a guess. Alright, we're continuing to travel up East Black Street. We're going to go more towards the eastern section of the area. I'm going to show you more of the neighborhood. I'm going to turn on the air so that the sun doesn't toast the phone, because that's what would happen. So if you guys hear some air ambience in the background, I just turned on the air conditioner. I want to try to keep the phone cool because the sun is beaming right on it. We're on Black Street. We just passed Confederate Ave once again. Remember, we started off on Confederate. So we're going to push it down a couple notches, take it down probably 4 or 5 blocks, and then make a right and work on this little quadrant. Got a lot of houses on my left and on my right. I'm traveling regular speed because I have a vehicle behind me, so I don't want to hold them up. But I like using the vehicle as a tool because I can moderate speed. I can go slow when I have to, and I can go fast when I have to. And although when you're going fast, you guys can't take in much. I mean, some people can. Some people feel as though it's too fast when I go, you know, the speed limit. But we cover more square miles, you know? So if I do a whole tour doing 5 miles an hour, we'll cover less than I would if I do 15 miles an hour. Or if I do 20, you know? So we're on Keels, East Black and Keels Street. Actually, this is Keels Ave, the 200 block of Keels Ave, not street. But then again, squint your eyes, turn your head sideways, smack the back of your head. It feels like a street, don't it? Check it out. We're on Keels and Flint. Remember we made a right on Flint? We're not going to make a right on Flint Street. That's actually a street. We're not going to make a right on Flint Street. We're just going to keep driving forward. Yo, this dude on my left has a blue school bus. He must have bought it. It looks like an older school bus too. They painted it blue. There's a house for sale on my right hand side. This blue house is for sale on Keels. So if anybody is interested in moving on Keels, it looks to be well maintained. The side of this is 318 Keels. The side of the vinyl siding on the right looks a little bit discolored. The siding looks a little bit discolored. The shutters, the roof looks pretty intact. Wonder how much they're asking for that. On Keels, 318 Keels Ave in South Carolina, Rock City. Oh wow, I got a nice bike on my right. We just passed Chestnut Street. Look at this motorcycle on my right. Ah, that's nice. It's like a bobber, right? Oh, that John dope. That thing's decent. It's like a bobber. It's only a one-seater, but that's for all the single men and women. If you're a single lady and you want to go ride on a motorcycle, check out this older gentleman on my left. Going into his property. I got a vehicle behind me, so I'm going to try to go with the momentum of traffic. We're passing Walnut Street. Got basketball court on my right hand side. I'm going to make a right at this corner. We might not be able to make a right, can we? Let me see. Access denied. This looks like a little trail. This is a dead end, guys. So it's cool. At least you guys get a chance to see like the basketball court. Look at this little house in the corner. Do you guys like these little corner houses? Do you guys think these little corner ones are cool? The ones that's at the end of a dead end? It might be cool. You know why? Because you don't get a lot of traffic, and all this grass on my right, or the trees, you seen that like open space, that could be considered like your little forest area, your little private walk greenway. The bad thing is you might get a lot of random strangers that'll walk through that pathway and may or may not, have access to your house through the side. But if you have a couple dogs, a camera system, ADT system, a 12 gauge, you might be able to solve that problem shortly. Alright, so we're gonna make this, let's see, we can make a right, or we can make a left. Let's make this left. The left looks like it provides us more opportunities. Make this left on Walnut. We got a porta potty on my left. It looks like there's a truck doing work. Yeah, they're actually about to build a house. That's what it looks like. It looks like they're digging the foundation. We're traveling about 10 miles an hour, crawling at a very slow pace. We got large stones on my right. We're approaching South Jones Street once again. Remember Jones Street? You remember. All right, let's make this left on Jones Street. Let's take Jones Street straight down. What's interesting is this is Jones Street. It looks like a block down, it turns to Jones Ave. Vote for Rodney, Rock Hill Mayor. So it looks like we got a San Francisco 49ers flag on my left-hand side. Somebody really loves San Francisco, unless they're from it. They might be from San Francisco and moved to South Carolina, or that just might be the team of their choice. We got a Honda Civic. Is this a sedan? A sedan on my right-hand side with some 20-inch chrome rims. You see it in blue? And they got more rims in their yard, some chrome rims. Now, I point that out because I don't see many Honda Civics yet alone with chrome rims in the Carolinas. I've seen plenty of like donks and stuff. Redeeming Life Christian Center on my right-hand side. Yeah, I've seen plenty of donks, like older muscle cars, or just G-bodies, or like Cadillacs or trucks. I've seen a lot of what they call the Carolina squat here. I'm not a big fan of it. The Carolina squat is when they take like a pickup truck or SUV and they drop the rear end of the vehicle. They get lowering springs for the rear or special suspension just for the rear, and then they lift the front. In my opinion, it's not my taste. To me, it looks funny. It looks kind of stupid, but to each his own. We just passed Stonewall Court. We should have took y'all through Stonewall Court, but guess what got my attention? Look it. Check it out. A dunk, a little mini dunk right here. What's this, a Buick? Look at that. From South Carolina with the chrome rims and everything. And they got an El Camino right next to it. So you see that? I was just talking about the G-bodies and the dunks and all of that, and then boom, what do you see? A dunk. So I'm gonna make this right-hand turn because we're gonna try to go through that court. There's a little court back there, and those courts consist of a roundabout. Look, they got a cactus right here on my left-hand side, next to the mailbox. They had a cactus. Is it cactus or cacti? The house on my left got a lot of bushes. It was blocking it. Would you like to have big trees on your lawns, or would you prefer to have an empty lawn? What are your thoughts on that? See how they got a tree on my right on the lawn, but the lawns on my left are empty? I like this little house over here. I like that one. For some reason, I like it. Maybe because of the brick. It's simple. It's a one story. Looks like you got an attic. You got a little porch. The property lines don't look too separated over here, unless you do what this guy on my right did. They put a little chain link fence. It looks like your property line is like combined with somebody else's property line until you guys separate it or come to a mutual agreement. Like, listen, you don't pass my yard, I don't pass your yard. First investment I would do in a neighborhood like this, we're on South Stonewall and Rockwood, is I would separate property lines. just to not have any disputes, you know, and because I have animals too. Like I have, you know, my dog plus other dogs, just to protect the safety of the home, and so my dog don't go pooping on the neighbor's lawn. Passing State Street. Let's make this right on Stonewall Court. All right, this is the beginning of Stonewall Court. We'll take this straight to the next block. Look, we got a Cadillac on my left with rims. Like I was saying earlier about that Honda Civic, I've seen a lot of American cars with rims here. I haven't seen, and back in Philly, in like the 2000s, they used to do that in Philly. They would take a Honda Civic, they take a Toyota Corolla, they'll take a Japanese car and put some, or an import I should say, and put some 20-inch chrome rims. They've even put 22s. I've even seen 24s on a 1988 Wago van Civic. Now the thing about that is when you put bigger rims on an import or cars that are not meant to have bigger rims, not only does it go slower, the odometer doesn't read the same, you burn more gas, your turning radius changes. You can't turn the same. So sometimes you got to modify the wheel wells, you got to trim out the wheel well, you got to lift it up a little bit. You might have to do, you know, slight modification so it doesn't rub on the inner, you know, the mud flap, the mud guards that's on the inside of the wheel well and all of that stuff. Sometimes you have to remove them. So, all right, let's go straight. This is the court. This is where that court was at. This is Stonewall Court, right? Yeah. So that person with the Honda must have wanted to go South style with it. In Philly, they don't really use chrome rims on Hondas no more, like big chrome rims, no. They might throw some 20-inch stocks, some silver stock rims, maybe, just maybe, some Honda rims or something. But it's not as popular as it was in the past. Now, they just want to put some 15, 16-inch rims. Something small, more appropriate, more fitting. I think the highest specs on them are like 17s. When you go to like a tire shop, they'll tell you, they'll recommend the highest is 17. But of course, people want to go greater. We got a large 18-wheeler right here on my left-hand side. Looks like this man is probably going to do a drop-off. Punch buggy, no punchback. There's a vehicle back there. You see it? The red Beetle? Yeah. Yo, they got lions in their entrance. You see that? That's nice. You see their little entrance? They got lion statues. So they went extra with it. Some people like to really stylize and personalize the house. Look at this side. See, they put wooden, it looks like farm style fencing or gates or whatever you want to call it. You see it? It's like different shapes of like log wood. That's creative. Look on my right. They put like a whole 6-foot, 5-foot chain link fence. So they don't even want nobody jumping all over their fence. See that? The only thing I recommend is I think they should have painted it. Like paint it. It looks like it's rusting. It doesn't look like it's maintained too well. That becomes an eyesore. Paint it in a nice color. Paint it silver again, or paint it an accent color to your house. You know, if your house has red accent, paint it red. If your house has green accent, paint it green. I don't know. Just paint it, but don't let it rust. Look at this house on my right. They got 3-car garages, and they got a nice classic pickup truck for sale. On blocks like this, I'm able to do this because there's not a lot of traffic. But look at this house right here. They got a 3-car garage. That's nice. I could live in the garage there alone. A 3-car garage. That's pretty neat. So all in all, Rock Hill doesn't look like a bad area. To be completely honest. Oh, they got a dog over. Oh my gosh. They got a dog over here chained up to a line. Let me describe this to you. I'm unhappy to see this site right here. So there's a dog in their yard. You see that line? I don't know if you can see that line. There's a dog. There's a little dog house. Look down on my right hand side. There's a pole, a light pole. There's a tree. They anchored a wire to the pole and they anchored a wire to the tree. There's a dog laying directly in the sunlight. His leash is connected to that line that's anchored to the pole and the tree. I guess so he can have more running distance to run left and to run right, but they got him locked up on that line. He's pretty much laying in the sunlight, maybe because he want to stay warm, whatever. The back door looks a little beat up on that property. But You know an easy solution? Gate up your house, your dog can run free. But I guess since their house isn't gated, we're on Jones and Stonewall Court. Since their house isn't gated, the solution for them was, you know, buy a metal wire. And my emphasis on that is because I don't really like dogs being shortly chained up to a specific area and I don't know, man. Some people have different beliefs. People were raised differently. People have different emotions. People sometimes don't sympathize for an animal. But that's like, all right, example. Let's tie you, the human being, with a chain and a ball, or just give you a 10-foot chain. And you don't want to put it on your neck because that makes you too, like, no, Tune. But we want to tie it on, like, tie it on your wrist. And let's tie you 15 feet to your house. Pick a room, any room in your house. Let's tie you 15, or tie you to the yard and keep you to the yard. And that's it. That's all you get to see. I don't know, you know. I'm just not really for that right there, you know. I think that's not cool. I'm gonna drink some H2O because I'm quite parched from my talk. Look right here. It looks like they're doing some street work. See on my left and on my right? They may be doing the plumbing to these properties. So hopefully this block gets a new street soon. Look on my right, you got a Honda Civic EK coupe with the rear bumper off. That's maximum weight reduction, say no. Yo, they had a whole gigantic trash container in front of the house on their lawn. You got a Beamer on my right with some 20-inch silver rims. We got a Chevrolet on my left, the SUV, with some like 18-inch rims. Alright, we're on Arch Drive. Oh, we got a female on my right walking 2 dogs. And does she got them on the leash? No, right? Nope. That's what I'm talking about, lady. You the animal whisperer. She's walking her dogs without no leash. Beautiful dogs. She's chilling. She's actually barefooted. Talking about animal whisperer. She a whole cave girl just walking around with her dogs, leash free, feeling nature on her bottoms. Yo, she was walking around barefooted and everything. That's gangster. But I like how she had her dogs not on a leash. They had the freedom to not be choked, but they also obeyed her enough to not go too far, which is cool. Mad respect, lady. That house on my right was boarded up. It looked like they might be doing some rehab work to it. Oh, look at this Monte Carlo on my left. Is that a Grand National or Monte Carlo? That's a Monte Carlo on my left. You see it? Woo! It got the Super Sport front end. It got the raised hood. Oh man, the Cooper Cobra wheels. That thing looks nice. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn on Spruce, Arch and Spruce. There's this female in this Honda Accord. I'm gonna let her go. Look how they cut this tree on the corner. You see it? Look at that green, the olivey green. You see it? They painted their siding. Look at this little S10 on my right. See how it's dropped? That's nice. Needs a paint job, but it's still nice. They got some black. It could either be aluminum. It's probably aluminum. It's cheaper than steel, but they also make those in steel. You see that fence on my right? But it's not painted. Like, it's peeling and it's cracking. I'm sorry if I'm the weirdo that I want to at least paint the front of my gates and make sure it's looking okay. You know, at least want it to be a little bit presentable. Oh, this is a little street right here, huh? I'm gonna go through this street. This street induces my curiosity. What's the name of this street? This street is called State Street. This is State Street. What's this on my left? Is this a house? This thing's kind of tall. This is a house. Look at these small ones on my right. And then look at this. it looks like it's for sale. Oh, they're actually that got new windows, new steps, the driveway's new, the siding's new, the roof shingles are new. It's still got a work permit on the window. And there's a sign over here that says Carolina Renovation Company. Wow, visit crcout.com. Carolina Renovation Company. So maybe they renovated this property. Maybe the property was not in the best of shape. And since there's nobody here in the drive-thru, let me just drive through the drive-thru, right? Look at this. Wow, this isn't bad, yo. This isn't a bad looking property. When you see the front siding, that's not a bad looking little property. They got the mulch, they got the wood chips and all of that around the plants. Look like they just planted those plants. All this looks relatively new. It's not a bad looking house. Look at the awning, the woodwork under the awning, and look at the banisters. You walk up the steps, they made them out of wood. It's a cute little house. Cute little house, yo. Not bad. And it looks like they still need to finish the front. See, you're going all out with that new house. You might as well put a nice little private gate just around it to protect your property. You know what I mean? And they got a yard. Let me see what type of yard they got. Oh, they got a puny yard. The yard is super puny. Oh wow, it barely got a yard. Maybe they haven't opened it up yet, but there's a chain link fence like 3 feet away from the property line in the back of the house. So I don't know, but. Alright, let's make this left-hand turn. We got a playground on my right-hand side. We're on South Confederate Ave. Once again, the 700 block of Confederate Ave. We got Armory Park in front of us. This is Armory Park. Now, I do want to make a note that I can't speak for Rock City, but I know when I was in Lancaster, there was a lizard running around. We found a lizard. My boy's wife noticed the lizard. So she ran to it. I think he picked it up. Then he passed it to me. And there was a lizard, yo. There's a church on my right hand side. You see that stone, that stained glass? Look at that stained glass up there. It has a triangle. And then it has a cross and a triangle. Oh, they're doing some rehab work right here in this house on my left too. Okay, so people are trying to revitalize this neighborhood here. We got a gentleman on my right walking with like a peach, like a coral peach striped shirt. But yeah, so there was a lizard. We picked it up. They passed it to me, and I passed it to their son, and he passed it back, and the lizard was walking up our hands, walking up our arm. It jumped on my buddy's son's face and landed right on his nose. It was a little anole, A-N-O-L-E. Look them up, Google it. Anole, A-N-O-L-E. That's called an anole. They sell them for like $6-7 at Petco. I don't know if the price went up because I used to have them when I was a kid. But they were out there for free. And they said they seen others before, but it was a cute microscopic, like 1-inch one. So tiny. Look at this house on my left. This house on my left got purple incorporated in the paint job. You see it? I gotta be careful because it's a two-way. But it had purple. Like, let me point to it again. Oh snap, oh snap, oh snap. Let me go. Too fast. Too furious. I really wanted to show you the purple, but the car came. Yo, we got pelicans. Oh, that's the House of Beauty. That's why it's purple. So it's a business. So they put purple because, you know, I guess it's a beauty shop. I'm intrigued by this pelican snowball business right here. Let me make this right. I'm gonna take you guys through the parking lot. Cause you don't see many colorful businesses like this around here. Look at this. Look at this little place right here. It's called Pelican Snowballs. I guess it's an ice cream parlor and or snowball shop, maybe, right? Snowball? Snowball's like water ice. Yeah, check it out. That joint bright. Super bright, yo. Compared to the rest of the neighborhood, which is really pastel-y or like just browns, grays, greens. We got a Honda Accord over there sitting on rims. Why they got it sitting on rims though? Like not on rims, it's on the drum. The drum is sitting on the rim. See right there on my right? Wow. All 4 wheels. Wow. Alright, so let's make this right hand turn on Saluda Street. Saluda. Is this Saluda a Spanish word? Saluda or saludos, something like that. Could have sworn that was a Spanish word. We're next to the bus stop. The 1140 bus stop. 1140. We got Mrs. Jewel, psychic reader, on my left-hand side. M&M Auto on my left-hand side, auto sales. Let me ask y'all a question. You guys believe in psychic readers? Do you has any one of my viewers ever visited one? We got Faith Christian Ministries on my right-hand side. Greg's Fix-It Shop on my right-hand side. Looks like you got lawnmowers. Adam Frozen Seafood and Meats on my left. Pizza and Wings on my left. Kids World Child Development on my right. I'm gonna make. Should I make a right? Should I make a right? Should I make a right? I'm gonna make this left. Let's stay left. Let's stay left. We were gonna stay east. That house on my right was cool. I got a car behind me. I'm sorry that I took it too quick, but I had a car behind me, and I'm going to allow them to pass. Oh, they're about to park up. Cool. All right, so we're on Rich Street, Confederate and Rich Street. Right now, we're on, I guess you can say, the southeastern portion of the map. Southeastern Rock Hill. See another Honda. There might be Hispanics that live in this neighborhood, because Hispanics tend to rock Hondas. I'm not saying that no other race rocks Hondas. Everybody drives a Honda. All races drive a Honda. But like the way they hook them up with the rims, with the spoilers, with the little stickers and all of that, it's primarily majority of a Hispanic thing. Make this left. That house right in the corner. Nice. I'm gonna park up right here. Confederate and Summit Court. I'm gonna pull over right here because they got a car behind me. If I ever pull over, most of the time I pull over because there's a car like tailing me, and I feel like I wanted to show y'all that house right there at the corner, but they was ready to make that turn full Tokyo Drift style. So they had a little water pond in front of the house on my left. They had like one of them bird ponds. Get you fill it up with water, or when it rains, the bird can come and drink that water. Sylvia Circle. That's where we just left from. Sylvia Circle. I'm gonna make this left. Look at this interesting plant on my right hand side. It looks like a combination of 3 plants. It got like long strings hanging out. Then they got like furry cotton stems up top. It looks like is that cotton? That'd be crazy if it is. And they got like a regular plant behind it. Now speaking of cotton, I got a chance to actually drive by some cotton fields over here, which is crazy. You know what I mean? Considering the history behind cotton picking and all of that. I don't know. I think like Carolina's cool. It's a cool place to visit. I just don't foresee me. Well, let's make this right on Jennings Road. I just don't see me making a home here. That's my personal opinion. I don't want to offend, or just you know, because I know I got some viewers that live here, and if this is your home, many blessings to you and your household. You know, you guys live in a nice area. But for my own personal reasons, related to historical happenings in the past here, not with me, but with just human nature, human beings, I wouldn't want to stay here. You know, I'll visit, you know, summer type of stuff, like stay a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you know. But to live here for my lifetime, I don't think I'm gonna go live here for a whole long time. Nah, that's just me. And then there's too many regular trees. I feel like we got regular trees in Jersey. So if I want to live in a place that looks regular like this, as far as the plantation goes, like the plants goes, to be specific, let's make this left on Pebble Road. Then I would go to like a Jersey or to even a PA. PA got like stuff that looks just like this. I'm looking for a little bit more of a, I don't know, like a more of an exotic. But don't get it twisted. There was one spot that I liked in Fayetteville. In North Carolina, Fayetteville, there was one tour that I took y'all through with them nice houses. I really liked that. They were big houses. It just sucks that it's in such a historically dark state. If that makes any sense. But they were nice houses. It was like 8 minutes away from the historic downtown area in Fayetteville, and I thought it was cool. But yeah, so it's a nice area, man. It's just I don't know. You know, I'm a city kid, and yeah, although I don't want to move back to the city, some of this is eerily too country for me. If that makes sense. Eerie, instead of the word eerie, you know how when you say something spooky or something's eerie? Well, eerily. I'm gonna add an L to it. This is eerily too spooky for me. Not spooky. Spooky's a bad word. Eerily too strange for me. Like, I don't know, man. I'm not trying to get into the specifics, you know. But it's nice. We've had a nice visit to the area. Nice visit. We're next to Rock Hill Blackjacks Heritage Preserve. That's directly in front of us. So if we cross this avenue over here and go to the other side, there's a large green space that is called what I just told you, Rock Hill Blackjacks Heritage Reserve. So I'll probably go right. Let's go right instead of going left. We got 72 Station over there. Some business called 72 Station. Hey, I ate Chinese food for the first time in like 3.5 weeks since we've been in Philly, right? Over here in South Carolina, right? I ate some vegetable fried rice with some broccoli with some General Tso sauce and a spring roll, right? And surprisingly, it didn't taste bad. It did. I was hesitant at first. They offered me a spot. They said, "Yo, you trying to go eat at the spot?" The spot was called 88, and I like the number 88. But it wasn't bad. Yo, we got this dude on my left doing some lawnmower work. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. We're driving through a dust cloud right now. The food tasted pretty good. The rice didn't taste bad. This General Toast sauce was kind of on point. It was kind of good. It was kind of good. I didn't not eat it. If it was food, look at the trash truck service. I was talking about the trash truck service. I get to witness it. Wow, I'm gonna let this vehicle go by behind me because he's rushing. I Toyota Camry. Go. Wow, I want to see you guys in action, Jackson. Make it happen. Go ahead. Pull out your arm. Look at the arm, pulls it out. The arm picks up the trash can. It flips the trash into it. And then it slams the trash can down and boom. Wow, we get to witness it. I was just talking about that at the beginning of the tour. How cool. That's neat. Look at his trash truck. And it's right-hand drive, dudes. I guess so he can see it, right? Wow, that was cool. I didn't expect that. I knew it was trash day, but you know. These cars on my left got like, these houses on my left got like several cars. But yo, 2 classic Beetles. I gotta bust this turn to show y'all both these classic Beetles right there in the driveway. You see them? You see that? Wow, that's 2 classic Beetles. Yeah, those 2 houses before that had like several cars in each driveway that they all had like 20-inch rims, 24-inch rims. They had like urban stylization, like hip-hop style. That was pimped out, so it must have been some young fellers that lived in those properties that wanted to pimp their ride. Pimp my ride. Alright, we're next to Casey's Little Kitchen Chicken and Fish on my left-hand side. We're at Saluda and Midvale. Saluda and Midvale Ave. So you want to be a player, have a pimped out ride, you got to give us a call. And something. I don't even remember the song. You got to pimp my ride. Simply Blessed Beauty Salon on my right-hand side. And it looks like we got a little car used dealership right here. Check it out. 3,000, 2,000, 3,000, 2,000, 3,000. R&K cash cars. There's a laundromat on my left. Vote for Lowery for mayor. So there must be an election coming up here, and they want you to vote for all these different mayors, because I've done read like 3 different mayoral candidate signs and whatnot. Rose Hill welcomes you. So we got some banners on my left hand side up top. Oh, classic car. Quickly, show them, Tune. Oh snap, look at that classic right there. Get out the way, Tune. Cars are coming. I really want to show y'all that. I'm about to bust a U-turn. Actually, I am gonna bust a U-turn. It's kind of a bad place to bust a U-turn, but guess what? I just want to show y'all this. Look at this car right here. Oh, how about that? Speaking of classics, I give the Carolinas credit. I've been seeing, look, we got a Crown Vic right here on rims. I've been seeing a lot of classic cars here in the Carolinas. A lot of nice ones, a lot of minty, clean classic cars. I've been seeing them like on the weekends. I guess the folks pull them out. Let's make this right on Rockdale. The folks must pull them out like on the weekends. And I've seen some nice classic. I'm talking about some that I've probably never seen in person in my life, that I've only seen in magazines. And I've seen a dozen or so of some pristine cars. So I give them that. But then again, you gotta think about it. We got a Camaro here on like 20-inch rims. We definitely in the hood, yo. Look at that Camaro. You see that burgundy Camaro back there with European lights in the back? We must be in like the hood of Rock Hill. Because I've seen everything on rims. Everything got rims, yo. Everything got rims down here. Not everything. That's, of course, I'm hypothetically speaking. It's just a figure, it's just a joke. pun. But yeah, yo. A lot of cars got rims. But all rims aside, instead of all jokes aside, get it? Dang it. I've been working on that joke since last week. I got to rewrite it. All right, so, but the minty classic cars really float my boat. Those rims on the regular cars don't really do nothing to me. Oh, Samurai. Suzuki Samurai on my right-hand side. See how excited I get when I see that Samurai? A nice little Jeep, little Suzuki Samurai, and that thing was dusty. And I got excited. Look at that. We got a GMC on my right. They got like 22s parked in the drive. Damn, y'all can't even see it. I'm going to try to maneuver the car into the driveway so y'all can see it. It got like some, matter of fact, it might be 24s. You see them back there? A GMC, I think that's 24s, 24-inch rims. But you see how avidly I talk about it. Oh, look at 24s. Oh, look at 20s. And then Suzuki Samurai. Look at that. It's dusty. I love it. Like that's because I'm not normal. So yeah. But we got a basketball court right here. I like older cars, And I have a distinct taste, so I like them to be modified a specific way, and or not modified. Stock is better, but if they are gonna modify it, don't overdo it. I ain't gonna pretend like I ain't have big rims once in my lifetime though. I've had big rims, 20s. I was like one of in my time, in my era. We got Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses on my right-hand side. In my time, in my era, I was one of the first in Philly. I had a 1988 hatchback Civic, orange Civic, right? And it was bright orange. And I put some 18-inch Fat 5 rims, the Evo Fat 5s, and they were 18s, which was pretty big at the time. Like at that time, not many people were putting big rims on Civics. We're talking about like 02, 03, 04. Because 02 I was in middle school, and in 03 I went to high school, and 04 I was in 10th grade probably. And I had big rims because I thought it looked cool. But every time you hit a pothole, it wasn't cool. And tires are more expensive for big rims anyway. And it's crazy because you're getting less of a tire. It's a skinnier tire, so you would think, like, hey man, I'm paying, for a thinner tire. Is it cheaper? No, them joints way more expensive. It's like $160, $150 a tire, $170 a tire. But if you had a little 15-inch rim, it'd be like $70 a tire, $60 a tire, $50 a tire, $80 a brand new tire. You know what I mean? Depending on the brand. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we reached our 1 hour mark, and I try to do my best to show you the eastern/southeastern portion of the city of Rock Hill. It was a cool little area. It's not bad. It's not bad. It looked pretty quiet. Looked pretty suburban. Looked like a cool area. I mean, you know, to each his own. I commend everybody who's over here holding it down, living their life, living their best life. Kudos to you. Show some love. Drop some comments in the comment section. Share one of the videos with a friend and or family member. I would greatly appreciate it. And yo, Briar Cliff neighborhood. There's a sign on my right hand side. You see that sign? It says you're in the Briar Cliff neighborhood. So just like other cities, they have different names of neighborhoods, but the map unfortunately wasn't showing me the names of the neighborhoods. So, but this is in southeast or in the eastern portion of the city of Rock Hill. So this is your homeboy Tune, Mr. Tune Dallas, Tune 215. Y'all know, Tune be chilling, and we're gonna tune out with this lady mowing her lawn on my left hand side. I'm tuning out.